Today, I'm going to step into what is called the mamba mentality. It's not about talent, it's about obsession.
We're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m.
It's about sacrificing comfort for greatness. It's sacrificing countless nights in the dark to have a chance of winning something in the spotlight. Kobe is a true inspiration and shows why we should all enjoy the journey rather than the destination.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Kobe Bryant has forged a way for the young generation to become great in whatever they desire to be with the right amount of work ethic. But is Kobe's routine ever over the top or a bit excessive? Well, I am going to train like Kobe Bryant for a whole day to find out. So right when I woke up, I went straight into a 15-minute meditation session. Kobe had always found time to meditate to get his mind right. Oh wait, let me mention the exact routine I'm going to follow today. It will consist of 4 main work sessions and also recovery sessions in between. Kobe typically would have each work session to be something physical related to work towards his goal of being the best basketball player. Since I am not trying to be the best basketball player, I will replace 2 of those work sessions to something that fits my own lifestyle. 2 physical sessions and 2 mindful sessions. Each session would be a 2-hour block, and it would be the routine that Kobe Bryant preaches to get much more done than your competitors.
Imagine you wake up at 3, you train at 4, you go 4 to 6, now you're back at it again. 9 to 11, now all of a sudden you're back at it again. 2 to 4, now you're back at it again. 7 to 9.
The first session would be reading for 2 hours. I chose reading because I have had this book for months and I barely have put a dent in it. It is called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. While in the middle of my reading session, I had got a sense of relief because I felt like I was finally doing something good for myself without any distractions. At this time of night, when you are doing any type of work, it feels like you are getting a head start on everybody else, and that feeling is unmatched. It's currently 6:01. Just finished my 2-hour reading session of this book. So after finishing my first work session, I was so tired, so I decided to take a nap until my next work session would begin. And next was the second work session, the famous 1,000 shots.
You know, that summer, I made 1,000 shots a day. 1,000.
So I decided to go to an outdoor court because I knew there were potential distractions indoors. So the objective was 1,000 shots made. It shouldn't be too hard, right? Well, I failed to realize that 95% of outdoor courts are double rimmed. Like I had a 10% shooting percentage. This was going to take way longer than the given 2-hour block I had. Don't even get me started with the half court shots. But don't worry, I still had a good sweat from this. At this point, I was exhausted mentally and physically, but I knew from Kobe's mentality that this was nowhere near pushing myself to the limit, so I had to keep on pushing. So Kobe mentions that playing the actual game of basketball is actually not the hardest part. The hardest part is getting up in the morning the next day.
Hardest part is not actually playing, it's getting up in the morning the next day. Or stretch, stretch.
Really?
Stretch.
Because, you know, some people, you grow up, you're young.
Stretch.
So since I knew I had another workout ahead of me, I decided to take Kobe's advice and stretch. But while I was stretching, I realized I haven't really talked to anyone the whole day. To be quite honest, it felt lonely living like Kobe. Maybe this is what it looks like to become great. Maybe asking yourself how much are you willing to sacrifice is the ultimate question we should all answer for ourselves. And just like that, we were on our third work session of the day, weightlifting. Kobe followed a strict weightlifting routine to ensure he had enough mass to score points in the paint. I found his lifting routine online and followed his upper body workout. This whole process made me realize it was 90% mindset and 10% physical. It is just insane how he went 6 months of the year following this routine every single day. When I was lifting, I could feel my mind slipping and wanted to give up. It just felt like I was overworking myself. I had questions of what is the point of all this? Why am I even doing this? But then I remembered back to that book I read in the beginning of the day. It said, you cannot let that bad inner voice overtake you. This is when doubt comes in and most here would quit. But what made Kobe so great is he pushed past this. His mindset was the top 1%. After fighting my demons, I was finally able to finish the workout and be done with the third work session.
Done with third work session, then on to the last.
And with that, I had to do some type of recovery session. Since I wanted to just reflect and clear my mind, I decided to go on a walk for my recovery session. This was a great walk, and I gained back the drive to finally go ahead and finish this last work session. The last work session I had left to do is my internship work. I have a summer job that requires me to have deep work sessions, and this routine is allowing me to not only get that done, but also other things I want to do on my own time. Something I can see us all taking away from Kobe's routine is his ability to stay focused.
Look how much more training I have done.
If we stayed focused for even a fraction of how focused Kobe was, we would all get to our desired goals way quicker. While finishing up my last work session, I got a sense of wanting to do more and become better. That is exactly what the Mamba mentality brings. A desire to become better than yesterday and your best self.
Talk about the development of the Mamba mentality.
Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself.
And with that, we finish all of the work sessions. After today, I learned what it means to be obsessed. I learned how to push past resistance. And I also don't think his routine was over the top. In fact, I think he was just willing to die for his dream and goal of being the best basketball player. And even though he wasn't like many others, that was what made him special. Mamba mentality out.